Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to NFT Talk. Today, we're going to go over a very short segment of NFT news. So, first story of the day is from CoinDesk. And, previously last week, we were talking about how NFTs is becoming very mainstream. And as a matter of fact, there's a new NFT regarding the Spider-Man movie with Doctor Strange, right? So, Sony did a partnership um, with the Wax, which is the blockchain that they built it on, and AMC. So AMC, Sony, and Wax all partnered up to create, I believe, 86,000 Spider-Man NFTs. And the only way to get that NFT is number one, you have to buy the movie, like get the ticket through their AMC stubs, which is like a membership, right? They have like three different core memberships, so you can't join it for free. You have to watch the movie, obviously, and I think you have to get it at a very specific time so you can be part of that movement. One of the very first NFTs. It's not going to be the first Spider-Man NFT because the very first one is on BV, and there's like different collections on that. So if you're wondering, oh, I got the first, or I'm going to get the first Spider-Man NFT, well, unfortunately, no, because that's on BV, and BV has that word. It has that, I guess, that achievement. But anyways, we're saying that NFTs is becoming mainstream, and we're seeing it with Spider-Man, Sony, AMC, and now we're seeing it with big companies as well, with like Ubisoft. So right now, and there's some backlash too about this because it's not all sunshine and rainbows with NFTs. A lot of the fans are revolting against it, are not happy with it, and let's talk about it, right? So in this article by CoinDesk, it's saying that crypto fans rejoice, gamers revolt as Ubisoft announces NFT plans. The very the first major gamer or the first major game maker to roll out in game NFTs was met with backlash Tuesday from a crypto worry public, right? So just because you throw an NFT around in your project doesn't necessarily mean that the community is going to like it, and this kind of proves why. Um, so Ubisoft, they're creating a new game, a new Tom Clancy title announced Tuesday, and they're introducing its first NFT into that game, into that title, right? And there is one tweet from Chris Dixon. I'm assuming that he's a fan of Ubisoft and Tom Clancy games, but he said probably nothing after Ubisoft posted what they're trying to do with their NFT drop. Ubisoft's tweet was the following: introducing Ubisoft Quartz. We're bringing the very first, or the first energy efficient NFT playable in a AAA game to Ghost Recon Breakpoints. Try it in the beta from December 9th with 3 cosmetic drops and learn more here. Quartz.ubisoft.com. Now, from my perspective, just from reading this, I think it's a pretty cool idea. I think a lot of games are doing this, where you can buy and sell weapons and whatnot, kind of create an economy. And I think these gaming platforms, they do want to make more money because when you sell something on someone else's platform, they get a commission, right? So, for example, if you sell your app, via the App Store, the Apple App Store, they get a commission whenever you buy something, or whenever people buy a token. They have to buy it through some sort of medium, which then that platform gets a cut. But if you own the tokenomics, you get the full incentive, the full commission rate, I believe. And I think that's why a lot of these gaming companies are going into Web 3.0. Now, let's talk about this one segment here of the article, again on CoinDesk. On the other side of the aisle are mainstream gamers wary of what the bellwether may really entail, right? As one gaming outlet puts it, letting this slide is just a tactic endorsement the rest of the industry needs to nosedive into full crypto nonsense. So I can kind of see what he's saying. Are these companies just doing or entering Web 3.0 for clout? Or are they doing it to benefit their actual user base, their fans, their community, right? This guy, Mitch Dyer, tweeted the following: why are Ubisoft's NFTs better for your game experience? Well, they say it right here, kind of sarcastically. Item has number on it, number belongs to you until you sell it to someone else. In Ubisoft's own words, their NFTs literally add nothing to the actual gaming experience. this is all perspective, I think. I mean, um, a lot of the games do have extra weapons, skins, gadgets, and whatnot. And if you add an NFT to it, then they're saying that you can kind of use that as an asset to later buy and sell, and it's going to be yours no matter what, but on a ledger, right? But some of these fans are disappointed in the fact that maybe Ubisoft is just doing this for clout, and they're not doing it to enhance their community's gaming experience, right? And I think that goes a long way for a lot of people going into NFTs. I mean, are they actually creating NFTs because they like the aspect of being an artist and selling that, right? Or raising money through a utility to enhance their community, their existing community? Or is it just a land grab, a cash grab, and they're just trying to make a quick flip? I don't know. What's the deal? It can go both ways. Of course, people can be angry, but in the long term, I definitely believe that Web 3.0 is going to be a big thing in games because it just makes so much sense. I'm not a huge gamer myself right now, but when I played Call of Duty and Gears of War, I definitely bought a lot of DLC, got new maps, new weapons, and the tokenomics or the economics behind gaming right now is humongous. Roblox produces so much revenue off Robux. I think that's what it's called. And all these different gaming platforms. If you have your own cryptocurrency, your own tokenomics, then you can definitely generate a lot more revenue. But I think the important thing here is not to just do it for clout or for revenue purposes, maybe, but to add value to the game itself. And maybe this is why the gamers are mad because they're saying that Ubisoft, they're not really adding intrinsic value to the game. Maybe they're just doing it for their own benefit. Who knows, right? So again, the NFT will be live on the Tezos blockchain, which is very interesting. They're just doing that because it's very efficient, so it's going to consume a lot less energy compared to other blockchain technologies. Ubisoft Quartz will launch on December 9th in the US, Canada, Spain, France, Germany, Italy, Belgium, Australia, and Brazil. The company is releasing 3 collections of digits for free to reward the platform's early adopters. So again, the digits include in-game vehicles, weapons, and pieces of equipment, with each player being limited to owning one item of each edition. So I think what Ubisoft is doing is cool, entering the Web 3.0 movement. But maybe I don't know how many people are disappointed. This can just be a viewpoint of a couple of people, a handful of people. But for the most part, it's going to be something a lot more frequent in games, not just Ubisoft, but in a lot of games. Whenever they sell a skin, a weapon, or anything in that regards, they're going to add a Web 3.0 mix to that, right? Next story of the day is if you're a sports fan, if you're a Vikings fan, you're going to love this. But for the most part, if you're a sports fan, I think you're going to see a lot of what we're going to see right here. So Vikings is going to roll out its first, oh my God, I can't even say this word, commemorative NFT for Steelers games or for the Steelers game, right? So as a matter of fact, I think the Vikings won last week. They're doing okay. Actually, no, that's kind of funny. They actually lost to Detroit, and Detroit got their very first win of the season. So if you're a Vikings fan, I feel bad for you. If you're a Detroit fan, having your first win of the season, I guess I'm rooting for you, right? Anyways, so the Vikings are joining the NFT space with the rollout of unique virtual tickets to commemorate game day. I don't know why I'm struggling with that word. Anyways, the NFL recently launched all 32 NFTs, season-long virtual commemorative tickets for all clubs available through the Ticketmaster marketplace. So now the NFL is entering the NFT space. Go figure. We got Spider-Man, AMC, Sony. We got the NFL with the Vikings now. We got Ubisoft. Like, what else do you need right now? Like, NFTs are here to stay. Like, this is just crazy. And I think even if you're not going to invest in NFTs or give a rat's ass about it, at least kind of know what it entails, what it can do, what the applications are. Don't be so naive to it, I think, because it's literally being used everywhere and now it's being widely adopted, right? So Vikings kind of on their Twitter page, or yeah, they kind of showed a video of what they're uniform is going to be like for that game. I think it's going to be a little bit chromy. Of course, they have their iconic royal purple and yellow jerseys. So it says right here, people who purchase tickets from an official NFL ticket partner and attend the game will receive a commemorative NFT after the game. And this is something very similar, or maybe it's exactly it, but it's called a POAP, the Proof of Attendance Protocol. And Gary Vee did it with one of his Discord chats, I think. A lot of people are doing it with their businesses. I think movie theaters are doing it. So if you go to an event, a concert, a movie, whatever it is, and you get the actual physical ticket, it comes with the NFT, and it's a digital asset that you own, a proof of attendance. So it shows that you were actually there, not just on a piece of paper, but in the through Web 3.0 blockchain technologies, through the Web 3.0 platforms, um, and then you can later resell that, or you can just have it in your collection. And one of the cool things that Gary Vee says, like, look, I can really tell who you are based on the NFTs that you own. So, for example, if you're a Vikings fan and you get this NFT, like, oh, I know for a fact that you went to this Week 14 Vikings versus Steelers game. I can tell that you're an extreme Vikings fan. That's really cool. We can be friends because I like the Jets, you like the Vikings. We can kind of talk about football, so on and so forth. The same thing can happen to you if you go to a Beyonce concert, a Travis Scott concert. You can kind of communicate and open up new avenues, new relationships with people based on this technology, which I think is pretty darn cool, right? So again, to kind of recap everything, NFTs is becoming extremely, extremely widely adopted. I don't think it's extremely mature yet, but it's being widely adopted because look, you get the NFL now doing NFTs and teams like the Vikings doing this sort of things. You're seeing Spider-Man and AMC and Sony collaborating together to create Spider-Man NFTs. Like, what else do you need to know or hear to be like, I'm on the fence of NFTs? Like, this thing is here to stay. It's a technology that can definitely benefit people and businesses. So we're definitely gonna bring out more case studies like this to see what other brands and companies are doing. It's gonna be very cool. So that pretty much summarizes the end of the podcast episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and until next time.